Hey guys, it's TBGP, and today is a special day. Today, or actually a few days ago more likely, we hit 300 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for 300 subscribers. I'm so thankful. I actually did not expect to do this, and I seen like, oh, I'm getting close, so I'll make it like next week. It happened too fast, so no, it's happening. Thank you guys very much, and shout out to my 300th subscriber. Hold on, let me bring up their name.
5 minutes later.
All right, so my shout out to my 300 subscriber, lol y, your name is great by the way, and thank you for saying I'm underrated, because I am. Make her spit on YouTube, I deserve better. Anyway, today I'm showing off some of my favorite mods. I don't know if it's top 10, 7, or 5. We'll see how this goes if I can think of that many. So, number 10 on the list of my favorite mods is the Napping Mat by Arsol. You guys see me use this thing all the time. I literally use it all the time. It's kind of old, and they say that the person hasn't logged in, but it's safe. It's completely fine. I've had this in my game for like 3 years now. It is the best mod that I own, and since I have a toddler in game right now, let us go test out the mod and let me show you what it's all about. So as you can see, I have a little family going on, and we have a little baby going on. So let us grab it from the creators. I don't have any freaking money. Of course I don't. Obviously I never do. Stupid mascot. You go into kids and you go into bed. You just grab a little napping mat. It comes in different colors. It's $35. Very inexpensive, and literally all it does is that you can have your kid go over here and sleep. We will grab my Sim over here after the little old Sam Sekimoto gets into his napping mat. What are you about to do? Goodness gracious, scaring me half to death. Anyway, after the baby sleeps all soundly like this, you can come over and tuck them in, and it replenishes their energy without you having to put them in a goddamn crib. It's beautiful. It's actual perfection, in fact. It is definitely one of my favorite mods. Next on the list of my favorite mods is Buzzler Scribbling Pad. You see me use this in Generations. That's all Ray ever writes on. It's always the Scribbler Pad. This is Buzzler Scribbling Pad, but it was fixed by Zoe22. So just know this mod is amazing. I wish I knew about it earlier. It is literally amazing. First, if you want to play like medieval gameplay, you don't need a computer. Not to mention, it's very cheap. So let me show you what this mod's all about. Alright, so you just go into, once again, buy mode, because everything you gotta buy, you go into hobbies and skills, and it's $20. You plop that down on a table or on the floor, wherever the heck you want it, and then you can just click practice writing or write a whole book, and it just uses the animation from homework, which is absolutely okay in my opinion. It is just great that someone was able to mod another way of a cheaper way of writing into the game. Like, look at this. Look at her go, writing a book, writing, go ahead. Alright, next on the list is Just Sit by Flow Theory. This mod is very, like, it's nothing. It says share nap mod, but it's called Just Sit. Whatever, does not change the fact that it is no less greater. I love this mod. This mod is great in my personal opinion, only because they just sit. And like I said, it seems odd, but sometimes all I want is for one sim to sit somewhere and stay seated for a while without the TV trick. Exactly. It's perfect. They actually have like hors d'oeuvres and stuff now. I haven't updated the mod. I need to. Trust me, I do. It's just good. Let me show you what the mod's all about in game. Alright, you see Mr. Latent over here. Latent, I did not mean to call him Latent. Latent over here. He's just sitting. Literally, that's all the mod does. He can just sit. He can now relax and or nap in the chair. Relaxing, they just sit further back in the chair. And then napping. Nap, man! Nap! Okay, I had to get him to change chairs. They use the napping animation from good old university life, and it can just be a quick fix of energy if they really need energy. Next on the list is a very small mod that you may have or may not have noticed that I use. It's new UI poses by the Sweet Simmer. Top tier, love this mod. Literally, I use the exaggerated one because it just makes the game more expressive. The little you in the corner, your characters, they'll just change expressions randomly, and they'll be like, oh, sad, or what's it called, making all kinds of faces. Like, literally, look at this. I use exaggerated. They have happy and elated, they're just smiling. Neutral, they're just plain. Sad and depressed, they just look so sad. Stressed and tense is just great. And then they have uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is perfection. And then they have angry / furious. These are amazing. I use them in game all the time. If you've never noticed, my Sims making actual emotions in the corner when they're not in good moods, which it happens maybe a little too much, a little bit more than I would personally like to admit, but it happens. So in game, this is what it looks like. We have a Leighton, he's gonna be our test monkey. You just... No! I deserve this, honestly, I deserve this. I absolutely deserve this.
5 minutes later.
Okay, anyway, to demonstrate what I was supposed to be showing is that when their mood is in a bad mood, they will get a bad moodlet. See, when I lower my Sims moods down to the worst, they will change animations down here. That's all I wanted to show. Alright, and next favorite mod is how old are you / ask their age mod. This mod is literally just worthless to some people, but to me it's great. Literally, it gives your Sims the option to have actual, like, known age rather than whatever the Sims gives you, which is like, oh, days until age is up. This gives you actual, like, an age. I use it all the time. I was shilling it when I first got it, which was like, I think it was a long time ago. So, you know, let me show you what it looks like in game. As you can see, my Sim over here, says she's 20 years old instead of saying 20 something days to age up. He got the same thing. He says he's 19. We don't talk about that. And he's a year old. It gives you a random age of what your Sim should be. Like, oh, he's going to be up to 5 and he's going to age up to a kid and he's going to be a 5-year-old kid. And it goes from 5 to like 13. And then from teenagers, it goes like 13, 14 to like 18. And then young adults, it goes like 20 to 30 or 35 or something like that. It's great. It's random. And you get a little option thing in the corner, which is insert person, turn, insert age. It's great. I actually love this. It's great. Here's one of my favorites I talk about in Generations. I actually use this a lot in Generations because everyone's always pregnant or staying at home or something. They always have days off and I can't deal with it. This is Time to Work Again, Cancel Time Off by Cherry in 92. This mod is great. I actually love this mod. This mod is perfection, chef's kiss, all that kind of good stuff, because this mod helps me so much in Generations. Literally, if you have too many days off, like some jobs you'll have like 13 days off, you can cancel it and go back to work. You can even work while pregnant, man. It doesn't change anything. You can work while pregnant. It is literally great. Let me give you a demonstration in game. Alright, as you can see, my Sim has 7 days off, which is not a good amount of days off. We don't want to be out of work for 7 days. No one does. And usually the option comes up and it says, oh, instead of you having to quit and then rejoin your job, it will usually come up at the bottom. I'll put a picture up because if for some reason it's not working in this save, it will come up with, oh, cancel time off. I use it all the time in Generations. It is a great mod to have if you have a lot of children. Next on the list is Advice Social Interactions, aka Ask for Advice by Game Freak 130. It's probably 130, but whatever. We talk how we want, we say what we want. Literally, I just randomly use this mod. It gives them the interaction to be like, hey, guess what? Give me some advice. You can give a supportive advice, funny advice, and romantic, and I think that's it. Or something like that. I don't really remember all the choices, but you can get them. They can either be good advice or bad advice. Let me show you what it's like in game. Alright, we have a Mr. Layton over here. He can go friendly and go ask or give advice. He's gonna ask for career advice from my sim, which is a terrible idea. She's never worked a day in her life, but it's alright. It's fine. Just go ask her for advice and she'll tell you something. Oh, it says their exes. Oh no. Alright, after my game lagging for a bit, you get this: quitting your job is the ultimate way to take control of your life. That was bad advice. And now he has a moodlet for bad advice. He's like bad career advice. Whether by ignorance or outright lying, Layton has been given some very unhelpful advice that only left him feeling stressed and anxious about his job. His career performance is sure to suffer. Now he's in a bad mood because she told him some terrible, horrible advice. It is very simple, and you can ask for multiple advice. Like, oh, you can give supportive advice to her, and it's gonna either be good or bad, and sometimes it's just bad. In this case, he says, if you ever want to jump out of an airplane, it's best to do it while safely stopped on the ground. She thought that was good advice. So she gets a good moodlet for 24 hours saying, thanks for the words of wisdom. Jade is feeling better about herself and the world around her. Other Sims might be more receptive to this extra dose of positivity. There you go. It's simple and it's just interesting because these messages are great. Just a good old laugh, in fact. Alright, next on my list, we're on the home stretch. We only got, this is number 3. It's Woohooer. I wasn't gonna add any NROS mods in here, but I'm doing it because this is one of my favorite mods. This was the one that allows me to do risky woohoo and have quadruplets. It also allows like teen pregnancy and woohoo and junk and male pregnancy without aliens. So you can do that kind of stuff if you want to be weird. But I only use it for risky woohoo and quadruplets. Which is just a reminder of generations. Pain and suffering. So how it works in the game is you have the option to do a bunch of stuff. Like, oh, you get it up here and you can fix it the way you want. You can go to like risky, that's what I usually go to, and human, and you can put anonymous, which is not a recommended thing. And you can change the success rate to whatever you want, and you genuinely just get the option for risky woo now. And your Sims there's a chance your Sims can get pregnant, which is interesting to have. I'll admit it's extremely interesting to have because sometimes you get people to be paying your child support if you have another NROS mod. It's a great mod. I actually absolutely adore this mod. Alright, this is my second favorite mod of all time. It is called Moar Interactions by Buzzler. Yo, this mod is great. This mod is actually a top tier in my personal opinion. I love this mod. This mod adds literally random more interactions that should have been in the game. You can go buy ingredients. Sometimes they won't let you, and then you can get upgrades. You can hire people for upgrades. You can cancel your carpool. You can buy ingredients from the fridge. You could be trained, which costs money. You can go to sleep. You can go do shifts, part-time shifts at places, and you can just go with people and it's a better interaction. You can go interact for no reason, like just no without you having to click stuff. Just go friendly, romantic. I say be careful though. And you can do that kind of stuff. It is absolutely fun. I believe this is the one that also gives you what's it called? You can have the beautiful little thing called putting snacks on the table. I'll show you in game because it's great. So in game you can just click on the sim such as this, and you get multiple options. Like you get the option to socialize, which is friendly, mean, romantic, and funny. And if you click that off and click on the bed, it can say go to bed with, and then you click on the refrigerator, it has all that stuff. It basically is just a mod to add more interactions, which are great. Not to mention the option to click on the counter and add snacks. That is great. I don't know if it comes from that mod specifically, but I think it does. And last but not least, obviously my favorite mod of all time, which of course nobody obviously understands. The greatness that is deep conversations. Yes, some of the dialogue in this mod makes absolutely no sense, but it's great. It is so freaking fun. It helps you gain relationships or lose relationships. The demonstration here is that you guys seen me use it in every single game since I started The Sims, since I started uploading on this channel. So, you know, it's my favorite mod. So let me show you how it goes in game. Alright, the option doesn't come up every single time, but it will come up most of the time. I'm gonna definitely just have the have it, the footage where it comes up because skipping. But once it comes up, you can click tell me more. You can click the mean or the good option, which it's great. And you can either lose relationship or gain relationship. This is why it is my top favorite mod of all time. It is literally my top favorite mod, and these are my top 10 favorite mods that I recommend everyone should have in their games, because it just makes the game 1,000 more fun or 1,000 more convenient. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for 300 subscribers. And thank you so much for everything else. Shout out to my 300 subscriber. And shout out to all of y'all who's been subscribed for the longest. Thank you guys ever so much for subscribing. I hope the subscribing shall continue. And I hope to make another special like this sooner or later. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was TBGP. I will see you lot and next time for sure. And bye.